What's going on, YouTube? It's Tyler from Mission VR, where it's my mission to bring you guys good quality VR content. So first and foremost, thank you guys all so much. I've hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm super excited about it. That's just so awesome. When I started this back in June, I never imagined that it would take me only 5 months to hit 1,000 subscribers, and figured it was going to be at least a year, if not longer. And you guys have blown it out of the water. Subscribe to my channel. I'm having a great time bringing you guys content, and thanks for all the love that you guys are giving me. That being said, I am doing a special live stream on Friday, October 30th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It's going to be not only a Halloween-themed live stream, we are going to be playing Phasmophobia in virtual reality. It's going to be a ton of fun. There's going to be some scares. It's going to be a good time. But also, it's going to be a 1,000 subscriber live stream special. So make sure you guys tune into that if you are interested in that. And if you are interested in potentially playing with me during that game, definitely join the Discord server, which is a growing VR community where I've been playing with a lot of people from the VR community that have joined. So the link to join the Discord will be in the description. But today we are going to be talking about Population 1. Yes, VR Battle Royale that kind of has definitely some inspiration from Fortnite that has come out finally after much anticipation and much hype. The game has released, and quite frankly today we are going to be going over what is in this game and whether or not you should pick it up. So as always on my channel, I love to start with the content section of the game because there's nothing more important than what you are actually going to be buying whenever you get the game. So without further ado, let's hop on into it. Content up first. So, what are you actually getting in Population 1? And I know this seems like kind of a redundant question because content-wise, it's a Battle Royale game. Like, that's all it's going to be is Battle Royale. And really, that is what Population 1 is. It's all just Battle Royale. So, yeah, on surface, I guess, one game mode, yeah, there's not a lot of content. But if you've ever played a Battle Royale game, you would understand that, every single round, every single match is going to play out differently. And you're going to start to get familiar with certain areas in the map, certain spots, yes, but the map is very large. And for the most part, almost every single game you're going into, you're going to be getting into a different style of engagement, which definitely creates a ton of replay value here. And I think one of the things that Big Box VR has done is just, made a game that, quite frankly, is just so easy to get a hold of in virtual reality, which I think is one of the things that holds a lot of, newbies that have a Quest or, maybe aren't super hardcore into VR gaming, a chance to pick up the game and not feel like they're completely outmatched because the game just is so user-friendly. And this is a game that, quite frankly, the one thing I was worried about was that I've played some early access Battle Royale games that just quite frankly missed the mark or just didn't have a player base or, promised things that, oh, they're going to be in a later version of the game, but they're not there. What Big Box has done is they've released a full video game. This is no doubt a full game, and I think that it's actually definitely worth the price that they're asking for. It's not a game that's going to have, this long roadmap where it's going to take, a year until you get, version 1.0. This game comes and it's fully ready to go right now content-wise. So yeah, there's going to be your standard, you're going to have your guns in the game. There's going to be, assault rifles, and then there's SMGs, shotguns, snipers, and pistols. You're going to have all these different guns, and then there's different tiered systems to them. So you're going to go from common all the way up to legendary, and it creates such replay value whenever you are looking at, you're dropping into a certain area and, this time you're going to end up with a common weapon and you have to somehow, you're getting no loot the whole game. Your drops have been terrible. That's just the luck of the draw in a Battle Royale game. And, that's one of the things that keeps you coming back for the replay value. So, yeah, one game you may be stocked, your whole team might be loaded up with legendary weapons. And in another game, you're going to find yourself, struggling to even get blue, rare weapons. And that's part of the fun of it, and that's part of the replay value. And whenever you pull off a big win, somehow you win the match with common weapons, meanwhile you're fighting a team that has all legendary weapons, it just gives you a thrill. And that's honestly what Population 1 has done such a great job of. They've released a full game with almost no bugs. And yes, if you just look at it on paper, oh, one game mode, yeah, you're not going to be thrilled with the content level, but that's just what Battle Royale is. And I think that the roadmap in the future of this game is very bright, and some things that Big Box VR can do to make this game absolutely incredible would be to add more maps. I think that over the course of, and it's not an immediate thing they need, but over the course of the development and the cycle of this game, definitely add another map or 2 maps. That would really promote the replay value of this game. And I think more weapons are definitely something, special weapons, rocket launcher or something like that would be definitely a nice touch to this game as well. The other only thing that I would love to see them add content-wise in the future is just, quite frankly, more squads to play against. I mean, right now it's only a certain number, and it's not super large or anything like that, but it's a nice, comfortable 6 squads, and this is a fine number. It gets the job done. I don't think there's any complaints in that. There's plenty of gunfights, plenty of firefights with this many squads, but I certainly would even love the action to be even more with them upping it to maybe 10 squads per round, and I think that the map size definitely can support that. So definitely something to look out on in the future, but overall, on the surface, this game has a great amount of content for what you're getting and what you're paying for it. I definitely recommend it for the content-wise. Let's go ahead and hop into the graphics and the sound.
Shoot.
So first up, let's talk about sound and the overall sound design of this game, and I have to give it an A+ on this. Actually, I was very impressed with the sound design of Population 1, and I've played a lot of shooters in virtual reality where I thought the sound design was good, and it was just, it was good. There was nothing, no complaints, it didn't break immersion or anything, but I have to say this game actually did an amazing job for me. The overall sound of just the zone shrinking, it's not obnoxious. The voice that tells you the zone is shrinking, the battle zone is closing, it's just not obnoxiously loud. There's no loud siren. It's subtle, but it's just enough. All the way to the sound of whenever you extend your arms and you use your wing gliding suit to, fly off the top of a building. The sound of the air rushing through, feels like you're actually in that environment. And then, of course, the most important thing in a shooter is the gun sounds themselves. And I have to give the gun sounds an awesome grade here. I think that they do a great job. They sound diverse, but not, ridiculous sounding. They sound good. All the guns have a unique sound to them, and you can definitely hear that sound. And whenever you're playing in this big map, you can sometimes hear the draw, the echo effects of enemy distant gunfire, and also you can hear the echo of your own gunfire. It does an amazing job, and I have to say that I was rather impressed with the sound design. Something that I expected to be good but not amazing ended up turning out to be pretty amazing. I really enjoy the sound design, and definitely an A+ on the explosion sounds at a distance too. Whenever you hear a bunch of people chucking frag grenades, you feel like you're in a combat zone. I was relatively impressed with this, and I think that this game did an absolutely amazing job with the sounds. Now moving on to graphics. Now, graphics in this game, I feel, are actually done very well. The colors just pop in this game, and I'm playing on an Oculus Rift Consumer version 1. So yes, my lenses are the bare bones, very first generation virtual reality lenses, and I'll tell you what, the screen door effect is not that prevalent. The graphics are actually incredible on my headset. So I can imagine and fully attest that if you're playing on an Index or Quest 2, your pixels and your graphics are probably really, really good, and you can really see the colors. If I can see the colors really good on my headset, I know you're going to be able to see the colors on your headset. And I was really impressed with this. I think that, it gives you a little bit of Fortnite-y vibes with that color scheme that they've got going on, but I have no complaints with it at all, and I think that the colors are done amazing. You can really see the difference in the popping of the colors, and everything from the weapon skins, to just the gunfire itself, the explosion graphics, it's all done very well, and I think that the screen door effect is really not that prevalent. And I've noticed that in this game in particular, I've played some shooters where it's kind of difficult to see people at distance. In this game, it does a very good job where you're not going to have any trouble seeing anybody at any distance, and engaging in long-range firefights is certainly an option for you in this game. And I love the color scheme in this game. I think they do an amazing job, and the graphics are definitely one of the highlights of this game. I think that you're not going to find yourself breaking immersion at all in any of these environments, and each region of the map definitely has a different feel to it, which I really like, and it definitely creates replay value, where if you drop in one zone on one game, and then you drop in a different zone on another game, every game's going to feel a little bit different, and you're going to feel like you're in an entirely new game, in a new match, every single match. And when you're moving around and changing environments, every environment has a certain feel to it. It's just done very well, and overall, I think the graphical design of this game was actually a very strong A+ for me. So when it comes to the pros versus cons and the verdict section, I want to start with the cons, get the negative out of the way first, which there really isn't a lot, but it's some just really small, minor things that to a lot of people are going to say, those are not a big deal at all. And I agree, it really is not a big deal, but just things that if it were me, I would have preferred a little bit different. And that first thing is the reloading mechanics. They are super simple, which to a lot of people actually is definitely a beneficial thing. But to somebody who's been a long-time VR shooter player, I would have preferred a little bit more realistic reloading mechanics to definitely just dive you into that immersion just a little bit more. The magazine just kind of appears outside the weapon, and all you got to do is put it in and then, re-rack the weapon, whenever you're reloading. Just a little thing I would have changed. I would have, made a little bit more realistic. And I guess along with that same complaint would be that every time you reload, whether it's mid-clip or not, you have to re-rack your gun, which is not, how real firearms work. I know, again, a really small complaint, but it's just something that, I noticed right off the gate. And then really the last thing, again, and this is just a gameplay thing, is that throwing grenades, you press the trigger and it throws it for you on a predetermined arc. You don't actually pull the pin out and throw the grenade like other VR shooters have done. So again, another really small thing, but it doesn't affect gameplay, and I kind of do understand why they did it that way, because it makes grenades usable for everybody, even if you're using inside-out tracking, that sometimes I know can be a little bit difficult to actually throw things in VR. So I get why they did it, but just a small little complaint. But we're moving on to the pros section of the game. This game just handles things so easily. And as much as I want to say these are cons, with what I said were the cons were, really the pros are the game is just so simple to pick up and play. It's not going to take a big steep learning curve like Onward would, for example. Onward is definitely a challenging game to pick up. You got to learn all the controls. You got to learn how each weapon operates, how to fire a certain gun, how certain guns work. This game is not like that. You hop in, you pick up a gun, it highlights where you got to pull levers to reload it if you're not familiar with firearms, and it handles it so well. And on top of that, all the text in the game, just little things like all the text in the game is just very easy to read. You're not going to, have blurry text. The controls are just very easy to pick up. And it just overall does a very good job of keeping you in the game. It's competitive. It's a ton of fun. And when you hop in with a squad and you win 3 matches in a row, you're going to be feeling like you're on top of the world. The game just does an absolutely incredible job at that. So, and with that being said, the verdict of this game is if you're on the fence and not sure if you want to buy this game or not, I think you absolutely should purchase this game. It's only $29.99, which is half the price of a AAA title and half the price of a lot of games that are being offered this. I mean, you look at Call of Duty, and yes, I know you get other game modes with it, but quite frankly, everybody's playing Warzone, and this game's only $29.99, and it's a full video game on top of the fact that you're going to be playing in virtual reality. So everything you do is going to feel way more immersive, and you're actually aiming down the sights of these guns. So if you're on the fence, definitely pick this one up. I would not wait. If you're into these type of games, you're into shooters, definitely get this one right now. Well, guys, that is it for this review of Population 1. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm having a great time. I just hit 1,000. Super excited about that. Also, check out the Discord. It's growing. Love playing with you guys. I definitely want to keep playing, multiple VR games over the coming years with, the community. So definitely check that out. And lastly, be sure to tune in Friday, October 30th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, we are going to be doing a Halloween / 1,000 subscriber event live stream. It's going to be a ton of fun. I am really looking forward to that. There's going to be some scares and some good laughs. So if you're bored on Friday night and you're looking for somebody who's streaming some scary VR games, look no further. I will be doing it. If you're interested in playing, definitely join the Discord below. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one.